Okay, so you initially handed in this piece of coursework and I went over it and I highlighted the areas which needed improvement or for you to look at again, and you have done so, so I am going to correct what you have tried to correct. Okay, thank you very much for doing that very promptly. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the areas which are highlighted, and for each part I'm going to start from the beginning of the sentence. I have observed that students learn more outside the school and the teachers can still be in the background to support them and let them teach themselves on their own. I think here initially we had the infinitive form of teach, which was to teach, but now you have corrected it. You have used the simple form because you know that with the modal verb let, we use the simple form of verb let teach, and that's very correct, very true. So I'm going to take away the underline. Well done. The main object is motivation when we speak about learning, because without the motivation we can't do anything and we can't force students to learn hard in a long period with a good result. This part of the sentence I believe was underlined because first of all of the direction of the apostrophes, which I see have been corrected. Well done. And then if I'm not mistaken, we had another verb here. I think we had the verb impose, and I asked if you could substitute it with a more suitable verb, which you have done. Force students instead of impose students to learn hard. Very good. And finally we had the combination of adjective noun, and we said that before adjective noun we need a little something, and that little something was what you have included here, which is the article a long period and again a good result. So well done. The mistakes in this part have all been corrected. So I'm going to get rid of all the highlights and underlines. Very well done for that. Children learn much better and by themselves when they are motivated to do. This part hasn't been corrected. If we force students to do something which they are not interested to do that. So I'm going to start by this part first, which you have corrected. They are not interested. If I'm not mistaken, the adjective which was used here was interesting, but you have substituted that with ed, interested, because we're talking about people. They are not interested. So you have substituted interesting with the correct form of adjective, which is correct. Well done. Now here what I was looking for was the word so, to do so, and the reason why we use so is just so that we don't repeat what we've already said. So in this sentence, children learn much better and by themselves when they are motivated to do so. Instead of saying children learn much better and by themselves when they are motivated to learn much better and by themselves. It's just stopping us from repeating the sentence again. So the word I was looking for is so. But obviously you've seen this and you've learned that now. After a period they will lose their motivation. Very good. I think the word you had used previously was miss, but now you've substituted it with a much better word, verb. Will lose. Very good. Their motivation for continuing their study. Very good. Here we have preposition for, and initially I think you'd use the word continuous, but we understood that when you have a verb and prior to the verb you have a preposition, the preposition will force an ing onto the verb and will change it into a gerund, and that's what you've used here, for continuing their study, which is very good, very correct. So I'm going to get rid of the underlines there as well. Very, very well done. First we have to know the children and how we can make intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Without this knowledge and information we can't make a plan to do this method. The apostrophe here has been changed in the correct way. Very good. So I'm going to remove that. Now I had previously asked if you could change the verb do, and I had previously said that for plan or method we have a different verb, and the verb I was looking for was, for example, carry out. carry out this method or carry out a plan. That's what I was looking for, and I know that you know this because I've seen it in your previous work. So we can't make a plan to carry out this method. Okay, so that would be a much better substitute for the verb which was used there. Second, we need a lot of teachers who accept this method. Very good on the use of your pronoun here for people, and believe that. If the teachers don't believe this method, the apostrophe has been changed, the direction, very good. They can't work hard, well done, apostrophe, to show other people, very good. Initially I think you'd use the word another, which suggests just for one, for singular, but as we said, people is plural, so we need other people. We can't change the old educational methods, very good. You've got adjective, adjective, noun, and you have changed, I think you said educations to educational methods. Very, very well done. So we had asked if you could substitute some of the vocabulary, which you have, certain grammar, followed by the preposition, which was for continuing, which you have changed that. You've done very, very well. Just these two tiny little mistakes, which are quite minute in what you have done. So you have gone over your work and you have corrected it in a very, very good high level manner. Well done for that. Thank you.